So all of us were from Mumbai, and we rented a place where we would stay only during the weekdays, and weekends we'll go back home. And there was this friend of mine who decided, hey, why should I take back my clothes home? I could just wash them and let them dry in the apartment, not on the balcony, not elsewhere, inside his room. So he was the only one who had his own room, and the air seemed thick in that area. So no
Uh,
one would go home to visit him. It was horrible. We used to just take a deep breath when we were in the passage where his door was, because we didn't even want to smell the residue of what stench he lived in. And he loved it. He never even understood that people don't stand next to him. So yeah, hygiene matters.
Fire is a big one. Yeah. But
Yeah.
obviously, right? Like the obvious has to be stated that you gotta be clean. You gotta be have at least the
yes.
basic cleanliness. But I think there's a nuance, isn't it? Like there are folks who are raised at like who've spent all their time home and then like they go into their first roommate or like a independent living experience. I think that matters, right? Like I've seen that
Mhm.
typically, not necessarily all the time, typically people who have been at home like mummy bai woi kaam wali usually
Mhm.
will do all of the work right in India, and then they experience this for the first time, and typically there's like so much inertia that you will never do anything. You will be like freaking dirty. At least dudes ka to yahi story hai. I mean, maybe
मुझे,
once you can give us another perspective.
but I have heard this so many times. I think this is an excuse because I've met some really clean people who come from households wherein they've
Yeah,
done
yeah,
nothing.
totally, yeah.
Yeah, it's just an excuse for guys to say, मैं सिर्फ mentally नहाता हूँ. So
Which is
With
important.
women, I think, oh yeah, starts there, right? With women, I think cleanliness is has a whole different aspect too, right? We are in general, you'll find that there are many women who are very finicky about certain things, how they're supposed to be kept in a certain way. I was never that person. Of course, a little bit of mess was fine, but when it came to hygiene and cleanliness, oh man, I've seen some really horrible days. Like it gets back trauma. It really gets back trauma. So I think women sway opposite extremes very easily, like the very clean and very hygienic and the very the perfumed ones, and the ones who live like they're living in a pigsty.